What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Broadway Joel, the voice of Dominican boxing, and going on in Dominican boxing news. This is a good day for me because anytime there's Dominican boxing news, there's content for me to make. And the good thing is the news that I'm about to report, all the news I'm about to report. It's a little bit everywhere. It's a little bit on ESPN, a little bit on the Zone, a little bit on PBC, a little bit about who these people are, who they fighting, where they from, this, that. So I'm really looking forward to the show, and I hope you guys enjoy it as much as I am going to. So first, I want to start off by talking about Floyd Schofield. Floyd Schofield from Texas, I believe. He has recently started claiming his Dominican roots. I believe he said his grandmother is Dominican, and I would love to have a conversation with him. I've reached out to him for an interview. I want to know more about his Dominican roots and how he identifies it with, and also, kind of like why he chose now to start telling people and start representing the flag. Because I remember, I believe it was his last fight, he just came out of nowhere with the flag and the Dominicano soy. I was like, okay, like where did this come from? So I'm curious as to just exactly how deep those roots go, how much he identifies with, with his Dominican roots. And speaking of Dominican roots, he's fighting a Dominican tomorrow. He's fighting Esteury Suero, who most of you guys may have not seen, but he has only one fight in the States, and he fought Starling Castillo, and he lost that one fight. That was a bit of a controversial fight because the referee was behaving in a way that I really did not like. I believe the referee was Kenny Bayless. I could be wrong. He got points deducted for biting or something like that, and I didn't see no bite. It was a very weird fight and very weird way how it was refed. But nonetheless, he lost. Some people thought he won. Some people thought it was a close fight, could have gone either way. But that was a weird fight. But hey, whether he lost or won the fight, whether it was fair or not, he's getting a chance now against a top prospect in Floyd Schofield. I believe this is for like one of those WBA regional titles. Where's Floyd Schofield ranked? Let me check that right now. I want to check because he gets this win. He's in position. He's in position. You taking out a top prospect, undefeated as the underdog, that would make news. Hold on 1 second. Floyd Schofield. Oh, yeah, Floyd Schofield is ranked number 4. So, you beat this guy. You beating the number 4 ranked guy in the sanctioning body. You could easily get, you're that much closer to a title shot. And I'm not saying, you beat Floyd Schofield, you're definitely getting a title shot in your next fight. Believe me, that's not what I'm saying. But you're there. You're beating a top 5 ranked opponent. You're only a few fights away from getting to eliminator if things go the way they do. But hey, this is a very important fight for both fighters. I saw Floyd Schofield at the weigh-in with Esteury Suero, where they both held the Dominican flag. One held it on one side, the other one held it on the other side, kind of showing some sportsmanship, also showing some patriotism, from both of them, because we recently now know that Floyd has some Dominican roots, and he's deciding to claim it and represent it. And one of the things I find interesting is some people, saying, oh, he's just doing this for fame. He's just doing this to get some more fans and, whatever, and this, that, and the third. And this is why I have reached out to him for an interview. We just haven't been able to, make one. But that's why I want to speak with him so much. I want to see, like, what do you say to the fans who say that, also because, you can say, oh, he's doing it for the fans. He's doing it to gain popularity. But he really, the Dominican boxing fan base isn't really that large, if we're being honest with you. So it's like, It's not like he's claiming to be. We've seen a lot of African American fighters come out with Mexican flags, and like Shakur Stevenson. His dad is Puerto Rican, so he just recently started representing his Puerto Rican side. So we've seen fighters represent bigger countries that really support boxing, but Dominicans, as we know, not necessarily the biggest supporters of boxing. So him claiming it and coming out in his last fight such in a big way with the song, with the flags and all that, that was definitely interesting. And I want to have a conversation with him about that. I really do. But also, I do want to talk about Top Rank, who has gotten a bad rap. I don't want to say a bad rap. They've chosen not to deal with Dominicans lately. In the past, excuse me. And lately, that's a change. They have put on Eddie Cedeno twice on their card. Once. They have Rohan Polanco signed, and they just recently signed another Dominican. He's Dominican American. Both his parents Dominican. He was born and raised in Connecticut. He actually was the Team USA Olympic alternate for the heavyweights. So let me actually show you guys the post that Top Rank did to show that they're signing. So this guy Ali Feliz, he's 20 years old. This guy's a baby. He's from Danbury, Connecticut. There was another Dominican from Danbury, Connecticut, and that's my man Delvin Rodriguez, who I interviewed not long ago. So shout out to my man Delvin Rodriguez. Not sure if he's watching the show, but this is somebody who was an Olympic alternate for the U.S. You know what I'm saying? This guy is a heavyweight, big boy. Let's see. Let's check out his Instagram. Let's see if he got anything there interesting for us to see. Any videos or nothing? Okay, let's see. Let's see. I ain't even watched this. Okay, he boxing. There we go. He got caught there. So it looks like he's a smooth operator. Doesn't look the tallest. Oh, he got the Ali shuffle. His first name is Ali. Yeah. So we'll see more of this kid. I'm interested. He's a big guy. Looks in shape. He doesn't look like a sloppy heavyweight. Does look a little bit like a cruiserweight to me. To be honest with you. But hey, man, if this kid could be good, that'll be nice. That'll be nice. Oh, hold on 1 second. Shout out to my man Jay Cruz. Let's go with 4 Dominican flags. Shout out to you, my brother. I appreciate the $2. And anybody else who wants to make a contribution, just know it's very much appreciated. My man, the Nobody says, seems like Golden Boy told him to do it so he can have a country behind him, so it would be easier to root for and gain more fame. I could see that, but like I said, Dominicans don't like, that's not a big market for you to like, yo, just say you Dominican, don't worry. Then the fans are just gonna flood the gates. I don't see it, man. I really don't see it that way. But he is fighting another Dominican. Some Dominicans may go put an eye on Estelde from the country, or even from here. Who knows? From in the States, Dominicans who may be like, oh, I'm watching. I'm a root for Estelde. Let's say Floyd has a good performance, and then they go, yo, this kid had a good performance. I see a lot of talent in him. He has a big future. He comes with the Dominican flag. Let me support him. So it could be a strategic opponent. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, but I just can't see. I don't know. That's why I say I want to have a conversation with him before I make a judgment as to what he's doing with this. I want to have a conversation with him. My man Cam says he's good. He's talking about Ali Feliz, the recent Dominican signing by Top Rank. He goes, I think his name is Ferno or something like that. I believe that's his brother. Who you're talking about. But yeah, no, man. I'm excited for this. I'm excited for for him, just the fact that he qualified to be part of the Olympic team to some degree. He was an Olympic alternate. He wasn't the actual heavyweight representative, but hey, man, shout out to him. He got far in the process. He obviously is world ranked. I'm pretty sure, traveled the world, had some fights around the world. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I'm pretty sure. He's only 20 years old. This kid is a baby. So he has the opportunity now of a lifetime to, hey, you lost out on the Olympics. Now you're 20 years old. You signed with Top Rank. Your fights are going to be on ESPN. This is a big opportunity for him, and hopefully he sees it that way. He's only 20 years old, man. Again, he got the world ahead of him. And by the way, his pro debut is April 13th in Corpus Christi, Texas. So any Dominicans in the Texas area, in the Corpus Christi, Texas area, or anybody who's willing to take a flight and really wants to see his pro debut, take that flight, man. Corpus Christi, April, what is it I said? April 13th. Make your way out there. But yeah, man, I'm excited. I'm excited for these opportunities. Also, by the way, very, very from I've heard from a source, and a lot of people have been putting it out there anyways, but I don't like to put things out there unless I hear them directly. It's looking like most likely Edwin De Los Santos is gonna fight Rayo in a rematch on Tank's undercard. And that's that. I like that fight. I do worry about the way Rayo has improved. Like if I'm on Edwin's corner, I do worry about Rayo has become a little bit more disciplined, a little bit less eager to just exchange and bomb out and get a knockout. He's a little bit more calculated with his offense. He went to Robert Garcia and seems to be in a much better gym, much better gym environment, I'll say. Probably sparring Raymond Murataya, who's over there. Jose Ramirez, who's over there, and a few other guys. They have a lot of talented guys over at the Robert Garcia Boxing Academy. So I personally think this fight may be tougher, especially the way Edwin's been fighting lately. I'm not so sure what's gonna happen. It's very unpredictable. Because when he fought Rayo, he came really aggressive. He came to fight offensively. And then in his last two fights against Adorno and against Shakur Stevenson, it just doesn't look like he's throwing as much. He's trying to be more of a boxer. I do know that he told me that for the first Rayo fight, well, for the only Rayo fight currently, he wasn't trained by his current trainer. That it was his manager who at one point was training, and his current trainer, Cello, only trained him the last 2 weeks. And he had a spectacular performance. But then you look at the two fights after that, Adorno and Shakur Stevenson, where Cello did have a full camp with him. He has him boxing and moving and forgetting to put the mouthpiece in a championship fight, looking all types of crazy. So I'm not so sure what's the situation there. But yeah, I mean, again, if he fights Rayo, I want him to fight to step on him a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I want him to press. You knocked him out before. You could do it once. You could do it again. And I'm not saying go in there reckless, but I hope he fights more offensive than he does defensive. You get what I'm saying? Let me see if my man is willing to come on. My man Juan, man. Give me 1 second. Because y'all know I want to hear his opinion regarding Floyd Schofield, regarding Top Rank investing in Dominicans. Also, I'm hearing that they may actually sign Top Rank. Excuse me, Top Rank. You hear me? LD. They may do a partnership with King's Promotion, and that's why they have him on the shows. I'm also hearing that Jan Santana, he may be on that fight card in June. I believe is the Eve of the Puerto Rican Day Parade. He fights. I know he fights in April. I believe April 8th in Puerto Rico, and then the next fight after that will be in June, in New York on the eve of the Puerto Rican Day Parade. He'll be fighting there, so I'm looking forward to that. Those are some good good exposure. And again, looks like Top Rank is doing more and more business with Dominicans, and that's good. That's good because PBC at it has dominated that market from Carlos Adames to Michelle Rivera, and we'll get to Michelle Rivera in a bit. But Edwin De Los Santos, even a guy like Javier Fortuna and Elvis Rodriguez, all those guys, they all were on PBC, and it just seems like PBC don't got their ducks in order quite yet over there, and with Amazon. Looks like maybe it's just a pay-per-view, not set on how many events and dates and stuff like that. But looks like Top Rank is picking up the slack. They're developing Rohan Polanco, and looks like they're moving him quick because he's had 3 tough fights in a row. And when I say tough, I mean he fought some veterans, some guys with good records, some guys who didn't come to lay down, and he's aced all 3 tests. So it looks like they're moving him quick. And they just signed this guy, Ali Feliz, a heavyweight. Hey, man, you never know. A Dominican heavyweight champion. Oof, that will be amazing. But we'll see. We'll see. It's an opportunity that they've been giving out. That it excites me, to be honest with you. It excites me because I want to see how they push that machine, how that machine pushes Dominicans. You know what I'm saying? Hold
on. Yo, lo mío. What's going on, my brother?
Juan de lo mío. Que lo que, mi hermano?
Can you hear me good?
I can hear you good. But hold on. Before anything, and this is big right here. Yo, shout out to Karma Serene with a 50. With a 50 piece. She said, Broadway, where have you been?
Yo, I gotta leave, bro.
Hey, listen. When you get a super chat that big, you know what I'm saying? You stop. You gotta prepare your answer. That's it. Whatever she asks, you gotta prepare. Whenever you get a super chat like that, you gotta hold on. Let me stretch. I want to make sure my response is right. Where I've been working a lot. I got a new job, and it's been taking up a lot of my time. And I'm just now getting into getting the hang of it. So now I'm going to be going live a lot more often. But with super chats like that, you just motivating me to just stay on. I may go live every day. No, but Karma, thank you so much. I really, really, truly, truly appreciate that. You don't have to do that. Most people just send $2 to $5. $50, God bless you and your family. I really mean that. I miss you too, Francisco. Juan, ¿a dónde me fuiste, loco? I don't know. Juan just left you. Juan went to the bank right now. But yeah, man. What was I talking about? I don't know. I was introducing Juan, and he just walked off on me. But while we wait for him, I just want to talk about just the movement of Dominican. Oh, hold on. He's back. Hold on. All right.
I have to bring some Dominican stuff in here.
My man got that.
I didn't even know I had this in the closet, man. Shout out to Edwin De Los Santos for this shirt that he gave me at the fight, man. I appreciate it a lot. Yo, Joel, first and foremost, I wanted to tell you, man, that, man, you've been missed, bro. You've been missed. We needed this energy back on the airwaves. We needed to hear your voice. A lot of things are shaking up in boxing, and we wanted to hear your take on it, man. A lot of things are shifting. A lot of fighters are moving to different promotional companies, and we don't know what it is right now to assess it.
Whatever questions you have, just ask away. Don't worry about it.
Definitely. How excited you are about some of the Dominican fighters maybe fighting in different platforms like the Zone, ESPN, being that we're unsure of what's going on with PBC right now,
I mean, I do finding excited. I do find it exciting because Top Rank. One of the criticisms they have had is that they only know how to promote to people's fan base. Like if you Dominican, they only promote to the Dominicans. If you Puerto Rican, they only promote to the Puerto Ricans. But they never had Dominicans like that. They had Elvis while he was coming up. He took a loss and they released him.
That's ridiculous, bro.
I want to see. I want to see what they do now with this new crop of Dominicans. Not only are the Dominicans better than the ones from the previous eras, they're also, there's also social media and stuff like that. So if they find that niche on how to promote to the country and how to promote to the people here in New York, that's exciting. I don't know. I want to see it. And the same thing, if Matchroom don't got no Dominicans, but if they get involved, I also want to see how they promote to that market, what they can do. Do they reach out to me? You know what I'm saying? I haven't had, which it's shocking. I haven't had nobody reach out like, hey man, I got these 5 Dominicans. What can I do to promote them? No, like.
And what's crazy, Joel, me and you both know that if someone needs to get promoted in New York, you know that you could put 50 people real quick somewhere. I know because I know.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully that those are things that can be shaken on in the background because I know the influence you have and the capability you have to make things happen.
There's 107 people watching this channel right now. So easily I could have made an announcement to let people know. Well, I did make an announcement, not even on some promoting shit, but Ali Feliz, I'll even throw the flyer back up now. Ali Feliz, who just recently signed with Top Rank, he fights April 13th in Corpus Christi. There's a 20-year-old heavyweight from Danbury, Connecticut, Dominican parents. He was an Olympic alternate representing the U.S. And he didn't make the Olympic team. He decided to become a professional fighter at 20 years old. So God bless him and his family. La Maraña, Erickson Garcia, he fights tomorrow. He's fighting a lower level competition, but it's kind of just to get the ring rust off, trying to bounce back from that knockout loss he had in his last fight. And ain't nothing wrong with that.
We're happy about that activity. That's what we're happy about. Mm-hmm. That our fighters are busy and that we're watching them at least 2 to 3 times a year. There's no way that you're a Dominican boxer on the come up and you fight him 1 time a year and you're not a household name yet. There's no way in the world that should be happening.
Yeah, that was the problem. That was the problem on PBC. PBC had most of the Dominicans. You know what I'm saying? At least most of the relevant Dominicans.
The relevant ones that we watch.
The top tier guys. And they just would fight once, sometimes twice a year. And then that's it. Nobody was really fighting 3, 4, 5 times a year. And on Top Rank, you can do that on your come up. And I think the minimum a champion should fight is
twice, 2 to 3 times a year.
Yeah, 3. Honestly, 3 is ideal, but 2 is the bare minimum. That should just be because you gotta keep going, you gotta keep promoting, you gotta keep your name out there.
Gotta keep us relevant. You gotta keep us going, man. Mm-hmm. Especially if you're in our niche. If you're in our niche and you want your people behind you, we need to see you. We need to feel you.
Yeah. Well, I want to transition into some news that nobody expected. As a matter of fact, let me pull this up before anything. Let me pull this up and show the people some surprising news that Michelle Rivera is no longer with Samson Promotion.
Woo!
He is now signed to Dimitri Salita. Dimitri Salita just put this out in on his Twitter. He said, "Excited to welcome one of the best junior welterweights in the world, Michelle Rivera, to the team. Next fight news coming soon." And he put this poster up, and it has the DAZN symbol here on the top right.
This might be fighting over there.
Yeah, no, not might. He is going to be
fighting. Yeah, he is definitely.
Yeah.
And that's what we like to see. Different promoters getting on a particular platform and throwing their boxes up there. Work together. This is what we need to see. You knew about this. You had insight about this. You just didn't report it.
Yeah, I can't. There's certain things you can't report until
exactly. Because I remember you had your sources.
Yeah, there's certain things you can't report until you get clearance, and if you can't get clearance, then can't. And
that's what we respect about your professionalism when it comes to, not reporting certain things and until you get the green light. So
I appreciate that, but I'll say this: I think this is the worst mistake Michelle Rivera could have done in his career.
You think so?
You left the guy who started you off. That just a sense of loyalty. I think that was owed to Samson Lukowicz. But even this is business. I don't know what happened behind the scenes.
You don't know what happened. Maybe it was Samson that didn't want him no more.
Maybe. well, you know what?
You never know. You don't know. I mean, some people might know the details, but we don't have the green light to to talk about.
I'll say that. There you go. I'll say that. But regardless of that, this is business. So at the end of the day, if you feel you could get a better offer somewhere else, you go somewhere else. My thing is, bro, you signing with Dimitri Salita? Who is that guy? I know who he is. He actually used to come to the gym I used to go to.
Also, you met him?
I met him a bunch of times. He's from New York City.
But he hasn't been here with The Voice on an interview with Dominican fighter? I don't know. Maybe we need to make that happen. We need to find out what he has in store for a talent like Michelle.
Yeah, it's just currently I look at him like as a small-time promoter. He promotes. I know he promotes. I believe Alicia Baumgartner, Clarissa Shield. So he's known for more of the women boxing stuff. That he doesn't promote any.
Are you on his IG page? Do you look at it sometimes, see what he's doing?
I follow him on Twitter. I'm more of a Twitter guy than an Instagram guy.
I would advise you to go on Instagram. He's doing some of the things that me and you often talk about in the backgrounds. Those fighters that are on the come up, a lot of fights and a lot of shows. And he has a vision for New York City, for this area. The things that you and I have been talking about, now let's see if that vision, if this vision takes place. Because a lot of people make promises, but are they able to deliver? And he has a vision about putting fights in the tri-state area. And with a talent like Michelle,
I'll say this. He does know a lot of Dominicans. I know that for a fact. He has connections to the Dominican community just because he's from New York and he's in the gyms and he knows a lot of people like that. I'll confirm that. So maybe he has some influence and maybe he has a game plan, but I just can't see him getting Michelle to that level just because I've never seen him get to that level with any fighter. Like, you think he could make him get in the ring with a Devin Haney or Subriel Matias who are on the DAZN side?
Let's say he gets on the zone, and let's say Michelle Rivera is performing, doing what he has to do, doing his job, and things pan out for him. We don't know. Obviously, Michelle has to put in the work because there's a lot of big dogs at 140 over there. So I don't know how. And because I saw some of your interviews, and I put it on the chat. You know how these promoters are looking at Dominicans. Listen, you can't pick and choose. We're gonna throw you to the wolves right away to see what you're made of. They got some hitters over there.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know if my point with what I was saying, what I was trying to say is, I don't know how much juice Salita got. I don't know how much influence, and he could be like, "Yo, my man fighting this guy. Don't worry about it." Yo, Michelle, you beat this guy. The next fight you getting is for a belt. Like, I don't know if he got that kind of power.
Joel, what I'm mostly concerned about is how they promote him. The nuances, the little things. Are you going to bring him to New York? Are you going to do an event for him out here where our people could see him, where our people could touch him? The little things outside of the ring. That's what's going to separate these promoters from the rest. The work that you do with the fighter. Are you going to build them up? Are you going to start a grassroots movement for them? Not that you just signed them and the zone is going to put them on their platform. Because if that's the case, Eddie Hearn is doing the job. The zone is really doing the job. You just got your name behind them. Let's see. And from what I've seen on IG, I don't know who's doing these videos for these fighters that you have, but he's putting in work behind the scenes with them, doing videos for his fighters and promoting them. So I don't know how much push that has though, because he only has like 18,000 followers on IG. But I care about the work. That's what is important.
That's what I was mentioning. I was like, you know what? He's a small town promoter, and at this point in Michelle's career, he shouldn't be dealing with small time guys.
You just said as a free agent, you think?
Oh, go to Top Rank, go to Matchroom, go to Golden Boy. You know, if you're not happy with Samson, go to one of those guys. But you're gonna go to Dimitri Salita.
I would have waited a little bit.
Like I don't know how Dimitri Salita how tapped in he is with the zone. I don't know. I know. You get what I'm saying? That contract.
Put his page up. Put his page up. Put his IG page up. You're gonna be surprised at what you see there.
I'm just saying. What's his contract like with the zone, man?
That we don't know, but we know that he has done cards with the zone before. Small cards, obviously, probably on their prelim.
Oh, but that's my point. Michelle, at this point in his career, don't need to be on small cards.
He's a contender, definitely. He's a contender, so he should be up there, co-main event, or maybe opening up a headliner. See, this is a little videos he does for his fighters, which I like. This is interesting. This is what I want to see from promoters. This is the job that they should be doing. You get what I'm saying, Joel? He does this with a lot of his fighters, and he has a vision. That's the guy that Subir Matias beat up.
This looks like a commercial.
Exactly, Joel. The things that you and I talk about.
No, but what I'm saying is, I don't think he made this video. I think this guy in his country got like a sponsorship, and he's just posting the.
It's very difficult for you to post something without you having the creative rights over without tagging the other people. You get what I'm saying? So if he did that and the company didn't realize, they could have him drop that video. So he just doesn't.
I don't know then why that's the only video like that on his channel, bro.
You just started going. You didn't even go down.
I've been on this for a little bit.
You've been on his page a few times?
All right. I'm talking about right now. I'm scrolling.
Yeah, keep going down. You're scrolling. He's making moves. He's shaking hands. Let's not write him down.
Wait. I never said
he's not. I never said
the Bob connection. Yeah, I'm just saying. I think that video wasn't his company.
There's a couple of more videos, and you just didn't go down. But
I went down like 50 posts, bro.
You did? Hold on.
Yeah. You're not looking at the screen?
There's videos there's a couple of videos that I've seen, so I don't.
The HBO.
Yeah, that's HBO. That's an old thing right there. But I saw a couple of videos.
Yeah, my brother. I'm telling you, like that. See, this is BBC. This ain't him making it. He's just reposting other people that did videos with his fight.
Hopefully we can get him on the channel to see what his vision is with his company and the new sign that he made. And obviously we would like to know how he got him, you know, and we'll make the connection. I would like to know. I know you got some tough questions for him. I know that. I know you do, because you're the
I can't fuck up my brand. I got to keep my brand on point, man. I ask tough questions. You know what I'm saying? That they know me.
Joel, tell me about Feldy, man. This is a big opportunity for him.
Yeah, it's Feldy Suero, who let me put up his box rec so people who may not 100%.
Have you ever had him on the channel? No, I don't think so.
Nah, the thing is with him, man, he's canceled on me twice.
Oh man.
Yeah, and then there was another time he's like we just couldn't come together with the time.
Times and date, right?
Yeah, so like me, once shit getting a little too hard, I'm like,
whenever
let me just leave it alone. Let me not force it. But Feldy Suero from the Dominican Republic. From Santo Domingo, the capital to be specific, 13-1 with 10 knockouts. His only loss was to Starling Castillo, which I mentioned was really, really weird fight how it planned out. I hated how the referee refed it. The referee was Celestino Ruiz, who is known for being a bad ref. I didn't like his conduct in that fight. But other than that fight, that's the only one of his loss on his record. He fights now Floyd Schofield, who I don't know how long you've been listening, but he's recently acknowledging his Dominican roots and he's ranked number 4 in the WBA. So this is a big opportunity for Estody Suero. He's the underdog, and I think rightfully so. I think
rightfully so. I don't know if he has a lot of confidence. I saw the press conference. He got dog in him, but this kid is a blue chip prospect. Kid Austin, yeah. Blue chip 5-star.
Listen. He's a talented guy. So is Rayo. You know what I'm saying? So is Rayo. And I'm not predicting that. I'm just saying.
But we always knew Edwin had the power to always change the fight. He doesn't have that type. I don't think he has that type.
No. He's not a puncher like Edwin, but you never know. This is boxing, man. Anything can happen in a fight. So.
And we have something great for Dominican boxing. The flag, the flag is going to be there, and we're not going to lose.
On both ends,
and we're not going to lose. Whoever loses is a victory for us.
But so talk to me. How do you feel about Floyd recently representing his Dominican roots and coming out to the song and flags?
I have this rule: as long as you have that 1% blood of you Dominican, you Dominican. You want to rep the flag, and you got 1% blood. I don't even care if you're Dominican. You put our flag up there. You repping us. We loving you, baby. We adopt you. We adopt you, and we there for you, and we gonna ride for you. And he has that blood in him. He has 50% of that blood in him. So I do consider him Dominican. I do consider him part of his people. What I would tell him if I was on his corner, and if he does want to tap into, and Joel, I'm gonna say something here. He could be that guy. He can be that ambassador that we're looking for, that crossover star. What I will tell him is learn Spanish, visit your people, go hit a gym out there. After this victory, why don't you start connecting with some of the guys that's down there, with Brother Joel, some of the gyms down there. Bring that flag down there. Touch your people. Feel your people. You know how beautiful that is? Recently, Jermaine Ortiz just did that right there, and you saw how the country embraced him.
He even met up with Big Papi.
That means he's officially been baptized in Dominican blood. They're just, when you meet Big Papi and he co-signs you, that means you've been baptized. En el nombre del Padre y el Hijo y el Espíritu Santo. You've been baptized. Seriously, Big Papi, he has the keys.
Yeah, Big Papi is as legit as you can get in the.
Look what Jermaine did. Whoever pulled that for him, I don't know who made the connections. I heard it as Theo did it. Well, that's what he told me. But he went to Los Premios Soberano, which is the equivalent of the Grammys here. He met with government officials in the Dominican Republic where they embraced them, brought him into government quarters. He went to local gyms in DR and the people embraced him. He's been on a vacation down there. But that's beautiful. That's business. That's how you promote your brand. And you're being embraced by his people. And it's the same thing with Kid Austin. He's half-half, now fully Dominican. He was born here in the States, and he barely speaks Spanish. You understand what I'm saying?
I don't think he's half. I believe his grandmother is, one of his grandmothers is Dominican. I think
so. His mother's half Dominican, half what?
I believe that.
I know the 1% blood rule. So he's going with me.
All right. So let me put the spotlight on you. Who you rooting for, Estody or Floyd?
Because of upside and where I want the Dominican flag to go, I want Austin to look sensational. Because I want that flash line so we could all repost, be on our story. But I also want Sterry to go out like a dog and show the Dominican pedigree that we have in our country so he can get more opportunities.
Do you think Floyd Schofield has the ability to connect with the Dominican community? Do you think that he has the capability of packing out Madison Square Garden with nothing but Dominicans? Do you think? I'm not saying now. I'm saying
His
like
talent level could take him there, but he needs to tap in with the people. He needs to tap in with the people.
he needs to go there.
He didn't DM me yet. How don't you DM that Omeo? How you haven't DM brother Joel? You want to tap in with the people. You want to fight out here in New York. You gotta tap in with the people. The people come here. The Dominican fan base comes where? To hear about Dominican boxing. Where do they go? They come here. So he needs to tap in so we could give him these ideas. Because these ideas, Joel, listen, we have a powerful chat in the background that
you realize, I got a new job. My job got hectic. I stopped putting out as much content. And it's like Dominican boxing stopped with me, bro. It was like that shit stopped with me.
I had people calling me on my phone. I'm talking about people of influence. Where's Joel? Where's he at? Concerned. Nah, chill out. He's going through something personal. He's coming back out here. The streets need that hit. They need that hit. They need to know what's going on in the movement. And I have to fight. You know I'm upset with you, but I understand because I know what's going on.
You know what's going on. You know I'm not.
But you're back.
I'm not just with my feet up doing.
But we're back though.
I'm back, baby. I'm back. You know what I'm saying? Karma saved up all that money for me.
Amen to that, man. We have a lot of things shaking up, Joel. I'm excited to see what's gonna go on with Rohan, with Jan Santana, with Edwin de los Santos, listen, he blew Rayo out in 3 rounds.
He does that again on Tank's undercard.
Oh, you got to give him that.
He does that again on Tank's undercard. There is no way he doesn't get the Tank fight after
that. And I'm saying here, if he blows Rayo like that, and he's not his next opponent, I can say he's dodging him. Because they're in the same. If he doesn't fight a big fight.
Yeah, if he fights Haney or he
Cruz
fights
again.
Or
what about Cruz again? I don't even want to see that.
I don't want to see that shit. I don't want to see that shit, bro.
You guys got to understand, man, that kid talent level is good. You don't see no one calling him out on that side. What you see, Rayo trying to redeem himself. And then you don't see no one calling that kid out. That kid is talented, man. That kid is talented. And this is something crazy, man. I was talking to somebody. I'm not going to say his name. And he was like, Juan, this is not the same fight. Because I don't know if he wants me to say this or not, so I'm not going to put.
Yeah.
Rayo has improved.
He has.
Rayo's more calculated, more relaxed,
Mm-hmm.
And also Edwin, too, has changed a little bit, too. So we don't know what type of fight we might see. And I spoke to you about that. You say, no, I want him to be aggressive. I want him to step on him because that's what got him the first victory.
What worries me is, right, so for the first fight, and I remember he said it on my channel, so this isn't, he said that for most of the training camp, it was his manager who was training him, and then Chelo only came the last 2 weeks for the Rayo fight. He goes.
I thought that was for the. I think that was for the fight that he lost, bro.
No, it was also that one. It was also that.
I believe that he was in there for the full camp. That's what I think.
No, he wasn't there for the full camp. Okay. He wasn't there for the full camp. And then he goes and he looks like that. I'm like, okay. And then Chelo does the next 2 training camps, and then he has him boxing and moving. And I'm like, yo, bro,
you know why I know? You know why I know that to be true? Because he told me that he was in that training camp for the Foster fight the last 2 weeks. I believe he has told me that. I think he had a full training camp for Rayo. But what you're telling me is that you want him to go step on him.
I want him to get aggressive, man. I want him to get aggressive. Not reckless aggression. Because there's difference. You could fight offensively. You could move forward and not be so defensively careless. But him boxing and moving, yeah, that you could do that, but it gets to a certain point, bro. That's not how you got the nickname Granada. That's not how you got your name buzzing. That's not how your name was buzzing off a fucking knockout.
I remember the boxing voice says something to that same line. They were like to the point where they promoted him like a knockout fighter. Well, come on, how you just he could have stopped Adorno, but I'm like
he could have stopped Adorno. I actually agree with that.
But my thing is this: he boxed him beautifully. Adorno has a punch. I'll risk it. But it goes back to what you and me were saying. If you're Dominican and you want to be a priority to these promoters, to the big networks, you gotta go for broke. Is what you're saying, Joel. You gotta put it in. You gotta knock these guys out.
See, I don't want to use the word "go for broke" because "go for broke" makes it seem like I'm saying, "Yo, you gotta go in there and fuck it. Either you knock him out or he knocks you out," and that's not what I'm saying.
Look sensational.
Yeah, look sensational. Put walk him down. Put that pressure on him. And if you want a boxing move, just make sure you doing your shit. Make sure you entertaining
them at the same time.
Exactly. Don't just box and move doing nothing.
Like I could read you with that because there's fights where the guys don't get knocked out, but it was so sensational that you're like, for instance, Foster. I mean, not Foster.
Raymond Ford.
Hector Luis Garcia when he was a dog and Folk over. That fight, you could enjoy that fight because he was on him. He came to fight.
He didn't get the knockout, but he pressed him.
Ain't got the knockout.
When he fought Roger Gutierrez. Aggressive. And then look, he tried to box, tried to do this against Lamont Roach. And what happened?
You're not going to get a decision.
Yo, bro.
Listen, I'm sorry.
That's who you are. That's what people
just like we love giving our praises to our boys and our fighters, we also got to critique sometimes. And listen, bro, I critique Broadway. Broadway critiques me sometimes, and we say it to each other. I just called you about an hour ago, Broadway. Listen, you're an immigrant. You're the B-side. You're not a priority. You can't come in there, look cute with a guy, and think you're going to get a decision and think that the network's going to make you a priority. It's not going to happen. Joan Guzman was a star that could have fought Barrera, Marquez, that could have fought all those guys and beat them clean. And he didn't get none of those opportunities. Joel, we spoke about that earlier. We had
today, by the way.
We had a five-star talent, Blue. And look, so you gotta put your feet on them. You gotta put your foot on their necks. Right, Joel?
No, you have 100%. 100%. You can't, the saying closed mouths don't get fed. That's true from a promotional standpoint on social media. And also from using that metaphor, but in a different way. Yo, bro, if you going out and getting it, you out here getting aggressive, punching, knocking people out, entertaining the fans, giving the people fans what they want to see. They're not going to care if you're Dominican or not. They're going to want to see that fight. And Edwin has all the abilities. He has the boxing skills, the power, the speed, and his last two fights, I feel he's failed his marketability by the way he's fought. And now he's going to be fighting a more seasoned Rayo. And I'm still picking Edwin to win, but this is a much different fight. This is a much different fight than it was before. And I hope that if he does decide to box, Rayo coming in aggressive, and that will play into his game plan because he can't afford another boring performance. He can't afford that.
Yeah. What you were saying, Joel? Oh yeah, I heard. Yeah, you're right.
My man was on another planet. You all right, man?
Nah. I was making sure my audio was right. Hold on.
No, you good. You sound fine.
Yeah. No.
I gotta get you set up, man. Better lighting, a camera.
I gotta do something here, man. I gotta fit. You know,
I gotta hook you up, son. I gotta
I look a little blurry. You got a brother. Listen, you got a brother that's in the business, so we gotta get your brother down here. Your brother got you with some lights over there?
Yeah, my brother, he came, he hooked me up, man. My brother, that's the man right there.
That's what you gotta do for your brother when you see him down and out. Not but definitely.
I'll see what I could do for you.
De Los Santos is gonna be on what we consider in boxing prime TV. You're gonna be in a Gervonta Davis undercard. That means the world de la farándula, urban culture, the culture is going to be there, tuned in. I don't know how it's going to look. If he's going to open up the car, is it going to be a co-main event?
He's opening up. I believe he's opening it up.
Yeah, because that car look, any of those fights could be a main event fight.
Yo. That's a fight. That's a fight that if you illegally stream, I'm disappointed, man.
I'm even gonna pay for that. I'm paying for that because of the quality. I will be real with you. If hey Joel, you read that, Joel? Joel, you read that?
Yeah, that's why I put it up. That's why I put it. My man said Juan got an Android.
I'm on a desktop, man. I'm on a desktop with a camera from Amazon, man.
Nah,
$30.
You got to get a 4K or a 1080p or something. You got to get a little better lighting.
I don't know. Maybe I got to clean the lens or something.
Nah, you good. You good.
Dang, come on, guys. Come some slack. But yeah, my guy.
No, yo, bro. Edwin, I said it before and I'll say it again. In terms of talent, Edwin De Los Santos is the best Dominican. In terms of talent, in terms of if you looking at speed, power, foot speed, footwork, if you're looking at all those attributes,
he has it.
Who's the best one? It is without a shadow of a doubt Edwin De Los Santos.
You talk to some of these matchmakers, Top Rank, The Zone, they have even come out and said it. Yeah, I will not put my prospect against Edwin De Los Santos.
Yeah, I will not do that. The matchmaker from Top Rank said that. They started talking about him fighting Keyshawn. He was like, I wouldn't put him in a fight with Keyshawn.
Are you crazy? I will keep De Los Santos? And,
he was like,
and you told the boxing boys, they were like, why you got De Los Santos so high? Yeah. That's how you know some of these commentators. And this is a matchmaker, bro. This is a guy
that's somebody who does this for a living.
This is a guy that puts his A side against his B side to make sure they look good. And he says, I wouldn't even put Murataya on there with him. And when he said that, I was like, wow.
And Murataya
Murataya could contend right now at 135 and win.
He's fighting, I think, in 2 weeks. He's fighting. And yo, bro, I after that, I want to see him in tough. I want to see him against Shakur. I want to see him against Navarrete. I want to see him against Lomachenko. I want to see him against any of those guys on that side.
Don't be surprised if Shakur doesn't sign that extension. If Bob Arm says, fuck, throw the wolf, throw the big dog at him, throw Murataya on him. Let's build Murataya off for him now. Oh, you don't want to sign his extension? No more easy fights for you. That could happen.
You never know. You never know. Hey, man, I would love that because I'm very big on Murataya. The thing is with Murataya, he doesn't have
Does he take that fight?
Who, Murataya?
Does Shakur take that fight? I don't think he takes that fight.
I mean, it depends. If they give him the option of Murataya or Navarrete, I'm sure he'll go Navarrete. Navarrete is about to fight for a vacant WBO title, so maybe he could unify. You
What
know,
about they just say Murataya? I don't see him taking that fight because he might go down the what Murataya is going to add to me, what he's going to do for me. That's not Joel. That's not an opponent that he's used to fighting. When you look at Shakur's opponents, his style is perfect for those fighters that just walk down, that just come down flat-footed. Let's be honest, Joel. There hasn't been a lot of these top guys. There hasn't been. How many fighters have we seen that you say, oh, man, this is a 50-50 matchup? We knew he was going to do that to Valdez. Come on. Valdez is a small guy coming up. We knew he was going to do that to a lot of those guys he fought. The first guy that I said, yo, this is a real fight was Edwin. And we saw the fight. He was no one dominating.
Yeah, it was a boring fight, but it could have gone either way.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So we're going to know who these guys are when they face those type of opponents. And as boxing fans, we got to start these guys are getting paid a lot of money. They pimping us $2 to $3 million to go see a fight that we're not going to be on the edge of the seats. We're just going to be like, oh, I expected him to do that. You understand, Joel?
Yeah.
It's about time. These guys have been getting taken care of already for 20 fights. There's no more prospect and let's see how you do. No, put him in there against the big dogs. Put him in there against Wolves.
Listen, I'm with you. I'm all for it. I'm all for it. And if one of them lose, let's not throw him in the fucking garbage. You know what we do? Yo, all right, he lost. All right, man. Don't worry. A couple, 2-3 fights, and you back in the mix.
Yeah, we gotta start protecting names in boxing, man, because it gets corny. These guys become divas, and then we never see the fights we want to see.
That's the one thing I like about UFC. UFC would be a guy with 4 losses.
They don't care about that.
And he's still selling tickets. He's still doing his thing. People still love him. And I'm like, yo, that's fucking dope, man. Like in boxing, you take 1 loss as a bum. Yo, people still bring up Elvis lost to Kenneth Sims. Is like, bro, he lost a majority decision. He didn't even get dropped, nothing. And like he can't live that one down.
Look, if you notice, that's Pro Box TV business model. That's what they've been doing. They've been grabbing guys with 1 or 2 losses and they're putting them against one another. And they're providing great content to us, the fans. Video quality is great, unlike mine. The commentating is great, and we get great fights. And these young guys get opportunities again, Joel. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Look at the kid Feliz, the Puerto Rican kid. 2 losses. You know, in boxing, when you're a prospect and you take 2 losses, you're written off already. And Paulie says something. Guys, look at these guys' records. Look who they've been fighting. They haven't been protected. The reason why we could rave about Keyshawn and we could rave about a Shakur. Now, I'm not saying that they're protecting them all the way. It's not that they're not, when you pay so much for a blue chip star coming out of the Olympics, you want to get your money back, Joel. You know, when you got guys coming out of the Olympics that are heavily vetted by all the promotional companies, you want to get your money. We got to understand the business of boxing, too, before this guy's the latest star. I hate boxing fans sometimes because we're so big to give someone that plateau like they the next guy. When they haven't fought nobody yet, they're blue chip stars from the Olympics, and they demand a big bonus. So the companies want to recoup their money. That's what they want to do. If I gave you $500,000 to come out of the Olympics, I don't want you getting knocked out in your 3rd fight.
No, and you should match them appropriately as they come up. But I feel like a lot of times, once they ready, they still protecting the fighters. It's still when it was like, yo, yeah, you know, yeah. If he's not seasoned by now, bro, that guy ain't good.
And you create more stars when you put them against. But I understand the business in the sense that that's a top-ranked fighter. If he loses to that top, I don't have control of that fighter. So create more stars in your promotional company. Sign more guys. Something that I like about about the Zone, about Tap Rank. They let you know when they sign new talents. Just sign, all over their social media. So we fans, we're in tune with the new talent that's coming up. PBC, they don't really develop guys that well. To me, Joel.
I get it. I get it. I want to change gear. I want to change gears a little bit and talk about Subrio Matias. He is now fighting Liam Paro from Australia. And before that, there was a lot of rumors. And you know what? I'll say this. They were negotiating with Elvis Rodriguez. I think I'm allowed to say that. And last minute, not sure what happened. They went to Liam Paro. Now, I don't get that move at all. You were negotiating with Elvis Rodriguez, meaning there was acknowledgement.
The Dominican fighter in Puerto Rico. Keep going, Joel.
They chose to fight Liam Paro. You can say Liam Paro is better. You can say Liam Paro has earned it more. You can say whatever you want. But one thing you cannot say is that it makes more business sense for him to fight Liam Paro than it is to fight Elvis Rodriguez. There is absolutely no way you're going to convince me or Juan or any of the 136 people that are watching this fucking channel right now.
In Puerto Rico, where there's a whole Dominican community out there, where it would have got more. You know how they could have promoted that in June, a Puerto Rican parade. That's when is the Puerto Rican parade? Is it June, July, right?
It is June 7th or something like that.
You could have literally had man.
Yo, it's I don't get it. I don't get it. And there's nothing anybody can tell me.
I heard that's the second time, Joel, that he said.
Yeah, they did turn it down 2 times. The first time, it doesn't make sense. This is when they were both on PBC. Doesn't make sense. Okay. Now he's on Matchroom. The contract agreement was that the first fight was going to be in Puerto Rico, so they were looking for an opponent to bring to Puerto Rico. Now there is no way that fucking Liam Paro deserved that fight over Elvis Rodriguez.
I don't even think Liam Paro. How many followers for Liam Paro? It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't matter. He can have 300 million followers. It doesn't matter, bro. Nobody's gonna know about him in Puerto Rico. I guarantee you promote to the Puerto Rican people that this is DR versus PR.
Oh man!
Not only will you interest some of the Dominicans who live on that island, but also you will excite the Puerto Rican fan base because this is part of the rivalry. And we know there's a baseball rivalry. We know there's a, neighboring rivalry. That's Rick Glazer.
See that, right?
I mean, we don't listen to Rick Glazer on this.
No, not that. It's not that. It's what he said about what you're saying. Many were thinking IBF world champ Subrio Matias was the boogeyman. Matias just turned down Elvis Rodriguez for a fight in the champ's homeland, Puerto Rico. Please, from your own opinion, and don't be shy about my thoughts. Matias simply don't get it. That fight was going to be hot. Basically.
Yo, from a style matchup, bro. I don't care who you think would win that fight. Forget it. I'm not, because people are going to want to twist my words. Whoever you think is going to win, all right, good. Bro, there's no way that fight's not entertaining. There's no way that press conference wouldn't be explosive. There's no way that fight wouldn't have been nominated for Fight of the Year.
Because somebody's getting knocked out.
Somebody's getting knocked out. That fight ain't going 12. The fucking refs could just go. The refs could literally enjoy their drink, kick their feet up, and not judge a single card because that fight ain't going 12.
And the build up, the Dominican flag on one shoulder, the Puerto Rican talking.
Oh, and the fans going back and forth on social media. The people who from DR are gonna be taking a flight out there. Yo, Juan,
we have a whole Dominican community out there too.
had Dominican the community there, and I know Juan. I know Broadway would have been there.
We go to Puerto Rico because Puerto Rico's already a great travel town to go to. So I'm taking a vacation. I'm taking my wife out, and I'm enjoying myself in the island, and I'm getting a great fight.
But
listen, I'm Dominican, but Joel's already know when it comes to Matias. I love that. I love his style. I already have this.
Yeah.
There's a Puerto Rican flag that I'm waving in my house.
Listen, I like Matias too. I like Matias too.
Let me down here.
No, I'm not even gonna say he let.
Maybe him to get you right.
I think his team, because Matias is the type of person that he goes, I'll just worry about the fighting, because I've tried to interview him. And he's like, hey, man, I'm willing to give you the interview, but you got to talk to my management.
He's very respectful to his management. I know this.
Yeah. So I'm assuming his manager maybe.
His loyalty is amazing, Joel. I remember he had to talking to Eddie.
Hold on. Let me get this off. Yeah, so I'm not going to say Matias is ducking. I'm going to say maybe his manager sees something in Elvis or Elvis's style that worries him and goes, you know what, we don't need that right now. And I think that it's coming from his team. I just want to make that clear. I don't think Subriel Matias is scared of anybody. But anyways, you were saying?
Nah, I heard him in an interview, Eddie Hearn, talking about, hey, I know a lot of guys is after him, but we would love to sit down with his team. And Subriel and him was there on the interview. They was like in the streets. And Subriel was like, yeah, so I'm just talk to my management. I don't get involved in that. So you can tell he's the type of guy to respect hierarchies. And he doesn't, I'm a fighter, I worry about the fight.
Which is what I was saying with him and turning down the fight. I don't think it's him. I think it's his team that go, nah, maybe not him. Maybe if we don't have to fight him, let's fight someone else. I think that's what's going on.
And he said the same thing to Michelle. He was like, listen, a lot of people don't get under the skin of my promoter. But my promoter reached out to him, saying that it wasn't really him. His promoter reached out to him about the fight.
Let me also address that. So apparently, Subriel Matias sent Michelle Rivera, or Subriel Matias' team sent Michelle Rivera an offer to fight in Puerto Rico. Allegedly, the offer was for $100,000. Now, that's not a serious offer. That's an offer for, so he could say, oh, he turned it down. We offered him an opportunity and this and that. When we all know, well, I don't want to say we all know, but I know 100,000 is not what that fight is worth. You asking me to fight a 12-round fight, 12 rounds
in Puerto Rico,
in your home country for a bout, and you're only gonna give me $100,000? Get the fuck out of here, bro. Like, that's not a serious offer, bro. That's you trying to play me. You really, what you're doing is playing yourself, because the people who pay attention to the sport, 100,000, bro, get out of here with that. Get out of here with that. Because I know Liam Paro ain't getting paid 100,000. So why
originally was supposed to be him, and he was like, remember? I don't know if you remember.
Yeah. No, but what I'm saying is, I know right now, whatever the deal was in the beginning, I don't know. But I know right now, the deal he got with Liam Paro, he's not getting paid 100,000.
Yeah.
He's not getting paid 100,000. So since he's not getting paid 100,000, and this is an Australian who nobody knows in Puerto Rico, when you could afford another Dominican in DR, if his team would have sent Michelle Rivera an actual offer, a fair offer, a reasonable offer, then we would have had that fight too. You get what I'm saying? That was the narrative that they try to get slick with their 100,000. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Nah, come on, man. Like that's not a serious offer.
It was a great marketing scheme, if anything.
Exactly. It was a tactic. Well, he might as well have offered him $50,000 at that point. Yo, Michelle Rivera got paid $150,000 for Frank Martin for no belt.
I thought it was too bad, 200 and better. From what I heard.
Whatever it was, I heard it was 150, but it could have been
no
200. with no belt. So now you want me to fight for a belt, 12 rounds in your fucking country for 100,000?
A top 10 contender.
Get out of here, bro. Get out of here. Get out of here with that.
If I'm,
That's a clown offer, bro. That's a clown offer.
Yes, it's not a good deal in no way, shape, or form for that. Because even if you win the fight in the decision and it's close, they're gonna give it to him, so you get another L on your record for 100,000.
Yeah, and Michelle's not a puncher where he could be like, "Yo, I'm gonna knock him out anyway."
It's gonna be a decision.
Yeah,
he's not gonna win it in Puerto Rico.
Michelle wins, it's gonna be by decision, and there's no guarantee you're gonna get a fair judge.
In Puerto Rico, it's money behind. It's money behind Matias now. There's money behind them. So when there's money behind them, as a businessman, you gotta protect your asset. You know, you got to protect it. And right now, Joel, we might not see the fights we might want to see because Elvis has knockout power.
I'm dying to see Elvis again, man.
Knockout power. That's a real could be winning every round. And if he gets caught, he might never.
Not only that, Elvis also punches in combinations. He punches, so he also knows how to counter. He knows Elvis is a lot more crafty than what people think. And if you look at his percentage of his punches, he is very, very accurate. He throws. So a lot of people criticize how many punches he throws. He doesn't throw much punches, and I think that's a fair criticism. But when you look at the punches he lands at, the punches he landed, and the percentage, it's like sometimes 57%, 46%, 52% is very, very high. He's a very accurate puncher, and he hits hard, and he throws in combinations at times.
I'm so confused how Top Rank dropped him for one loss to a great. Sims is a great fighter from the amateurs. And Roesi lost. That was a worse fight that he lost. He lost his third fight, I think, to a guy that wasn't even that didn't have an amateur pedigree. The guy that Roesi lost didn't have an amateur pedigree at all.
Yeah.
You understand, Joe? That was, and he was in Top Rank. He was knocking everybody out, Elvis. So I didn't understand that.
That's a whole thing. You know, I'll tell you off camera what happened there.
Yeah. I think that's it. Yeah, tell me.
You know what happened.
I think I heard it on the interview, but it's been so far along.
I'll tell you off camera. I don't want to start beef when no need to.
When you want to know something about Dominican boxing, man, you gotta get close. Juan
lives the best life. When he's not sure of something, he just calls me. Yo, is this true?
What's going on?
Right. No. Yes. But you know, it's you know how I am. You know how I am as far as with the information I get. But
yo, I hope you send the shirt to that young lady, man. I never.
Yes, I have sent her some shirts, man. Shout out to Karma Serene, man.
Where you met her?
On Twitter. She's a friend of mine from Twitter. I've never met her in person. No, she's not Dominican, but
she's not. Wow.
But yo, she be repping my shirt all the time.
The people that you least expect be the ones that support you the most sometimes, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
And you can tell she was a chill. She was a chill freak. Like she's happy to put that 50 piece on you.
Yo, I ain't even asked, but that's definitely my homegirl, man. I appreciate her very, very much. But yo, Juan, I appreciate you so much.
You leaving?
Yo, bro, honestly, I gotta take a shit right now.
No, bro, you've been sincerely, you've been missed, man. And hopefully we can see you more coming out so we can ask you these great questions that's going on with the sport right now. We have a lot of great things going on. There she goes.
When I wear my shirt.
I know they be going in on it like, yo, you Dominican?
You know what's funny? She told me that that she was wearing her shirt so much that somebody thought like she worked somewhere, like Like you work for like a Dominican boxing company or something? Because
He
she was
does.
wearing
He
it so
does.
much.
Where is she from, Joel?
She from Texas.
Wow, he was able to make. I know this will make you feel good, man, about what you do up here, man. You was able to
Yo,
connect with a fan that's not even in the East Coast, bro.
yeah, man. Yo, bro, I got a Dominican fan. I got a fan. He's Dominican and he lives in Chile.
Chile.
And he be hitting me up. Yo, I
When
like the
you,
content.
bro,
Yo, when you in Chile, hit me up. I'm a barber. I'm like,
I'm
you
telling
know,
you, bro, like we've been
I'm
missing you,
global.
man.
I'm
The
global.
streets. La calle te hicieron falta. The streets been missing you, man.
Yo, bro,
Good,
you
good,
know,
bro.
I had some personal shit I gotta take care of.
And look, this is coming from someone that talks to him 3 or 4 times a week. But it's
Mm-hmm.
not the same until we go live, man. Like, because I know the sensation you get, the electricity when you come online, bro.
For sure, man. And believe me, I will be live a lot more after this. Again, I was dealing with some stuff. I had to take care of a lot of stuff behind the scenes that you know, but other people don't know. So I want now that I've taken care of that, this channel will get back to more normal programming how it was before. And honestly, how that that situation happened to me, um, it worked out good because nothing really happened in boxing. Like as far, especially Dominican boxing. In the meantime, now that I'm coming back,
Right
look,
back.
the
Good.
top ranked sons, Ali Feliz, Floyd Schofield now repping DR, fighting another Dominican. Let's see who wins that fight.
Are you going to try to get him on tomorrow in an interview before the fight?
Floyd? Nah.
He's probably busy. Yeah, he's probably too busy right now.
No, either way, I've reached out to him. We haven't been able to like lock in like that, but it'll happen eventually. It'll happen eventually.
Definitely. This is a big fight for him, man. A lot of eyes are going to be on him.
Yep,
He could perform, at least perform. As long as he looks good, it'll be, and it's a nice little payday for him, a couple pesos. They already calculated. Yo, I read the comments on his page. I falta peso ahí cuando llegue.
Times that by 52 or whatever.
You already know how Dominican fans are. Dominican people are, man. They already count. Like, no, when I'm on saying, yo, Joel, man, it's been a pleasure, brother.
Nah, man, I just want to appreciate you. You're definitely one of the most loyal. So I definitely appreciate you.
I got to step it up, man. No more $2 coming from me.
I feel you. I respect that. I respect that. I also want to give a special shout out to Karma Serene. Drop that 50 piece. Let me put the 50 piece back up there just so people see.
That 50, man.
Just to see people can see what I'm talking about, man. So shout out to Karma Serene. Shout out to everybody else in the chat.
Respectfully, very beautiful too, very elegant. She looks Dominican. She does look Dominican.
She does look Dominican.
And I would love
but definitely shout out to what's up?
I would love for you to have her on one day. 5 minutes, 2 minutes.
She'll come on.
We need to hear that connection. We need to see that connection.
She'll come on. I'll reach out to her one of these days. She'll come on. I don't know if she'll show her face. I don't know if she wants creeps jumping in her DM. But nah, she'll hop on one voice. Yeah, nah, but shout out to everybody. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to you. Shout out to Karma. Shout out to the Nobody. A few, all the other people that in the chat. I don't, it's too much for me to name by name. But yeah, man, definitely. Again, I've been gone for a little bit. I'll be back a lot more often than I was in the last 4 or 5 months, or however long it's been. My ducks are in order. That's what I was getting in order. Now everything is in order. Trust me, a lot more content is going to come out, and you guys are definitely going to appreciate the content coming from this channel. But I appreciate you guys, every single one of you, and God bless you and your family. Peace.